Waking up early is more than just an act of getting out of bed before the sun. It's a deliberate choice to take control of your day before the demands of the world crowd in. When you rise early, you create a space of calm and clarity that most people miss. The morning hours are often the quietest and least distracted moments you'll find all day. This is your opportunity to set the tone, to plan your priorities, and to focus your energy where it matters most. Control is not something that happens by accident. It's cultivated through small habits like waking early, which send a powerful message to your mind that you are the leader of your own life. Think about it. When you wake up late, you're often rushing, reacting to alarms, scrambling to get ready, and immediately responding to external demands. You start your day in a state of chaos, and that chaos tends to carry through your waking hours. But when you wake early, you have the chance to be proactive. You can review your goals, reflect on your progress, and plan your actions with intention rather than urgency. This quiet time is like a mental workout for your focus and discipline, helping you prioritize what truly matters instead of getting caught in distractions. Taking control of your day in the morning is like setting the foundation for a building. If the foundation is strong, everything else has a better chance to stand firm. Similarly, a morning routine built on early rising supports productivity, creativity, and resilience throughout the day. By beginning your day on your terms, before emails flood in, before meetings start, before the noise of the world kicks in, you are investing in your most important asset, your mindset. This is why waking early is often called the habit of the successful. It's not about being naturally a morning person, but about developing the discipline to prioritize yourself and your goals above temporary comfort. That discipline grows with practice, and with each day you wake up early, you reinforce the belief that you are capable of leading yourself. You're telling your subconscious mind that your dreams deserve time, effort, and respect right from the start of the day. Moreover, early rising gives you an advantage that few others have. While most are still asleep or just starting to wake, you've already taken steps toward your growth and goals. This head start compounds over time. It creates momentum, and momentum, once built, carries you through challenges and distractions with more ease. So waking up early isn't just about the time on the clock. It's about owning your morning, setting your agenda, and creating a sense of control and purpose that influences every decision you make throughout the day. It's the first victory, the first win, and that first win sets the stage for all the others to come. Morning discipline is the cornerstone of lasting success because it shapes the way you approach every hour that follows. When you develop the habit of waking up early with purpose, you aren't just gaining extra time, you're training your mind and body to operate at a higher level of consistency and focus. Discipline in the morning sets a powerful tone. It builds momentum that carries you through challenges, distractions, and setbacks. Without this foundation, even the best intentions can crumble under pressure. Discipline isn't something you're born with. It's something you create by repeatedly choosing what serves your goals over what feels comfortable in the moment. When you wake up early, you make a conscious decision to prioritize your future over the temporary comfort of more sleep. That decision, repeated day after day, becomes a habit. And habits, as Jim Rohn famously said, are the invisible architecture of your life. They determine the quality of your days, which in turn shapes the quality of your months, years, and ultimately your entire life. The morning hours are unique because they're often free from external interruptions and mental clutter. This quiet time allows you to engage in focused, high-value activities that feed your growth, whether it's reading, journaling, exercising, or planning your day. When you do these things consistently, you strengthen your ability to concentrate and follow through. That kind of discipline doesn't just help you get more done, it sharpens your decision-making skills, improves your resilience, and builds confidence. The entrepreneur mindset thrives on this kind of structure because success rarely happens by accident or luck. It's the result of repeated, deliberate actions. Entrepreneurs understand that every morning is a fresh opportunity to work toward their goals, and they refuse to waste it. They show up, even when they don't feel like it. They keep their commitments to themselves. That reliability to self becomes a foundation of trust that supports bigger risks, bigger goals, and bigger results. Another important aspect of morning discipline is that it helps you resist distractions throughout the day. When you start strong with a clear plan and focused energy, you're less likely to get derailed by social media, idle conversations, or procrastination. It creates a ripple effect. Discipline in the morning breeds discipline throughout the day. You become more intentional about how you spend your time, and that intentionality fuels progress. The impact of morning discipline isn't limited to productivity, it also influences your mindset. Starting the day with control and purpose reduces stress and increases your sense of empowerment. You begin to see yourself as someone who takes action and creates results, which strengthens your self-mission and motivation. Over time, this mindset shift transforms your approach to challenges. They become opportunities rather than obstacles. So morning discipline is more than just an early wake-up call. It's a lifestyle choice that rewires your habits, sharpens your focus, and builds the momentum necessary to crush your goals. It's the daily practice that separates those who dream from those who achieve. Entrepreneurs understand that early mornings offer a unique opportunity to step away from the noise and distractions that fill the rest of the day. This quiet time is not just empty hours. It's a strategic advantage. It's a chance to reflect deeply, plan thoughtfully, and sharpen the tools you need to move forward. In the early hours, your mind is fresh, your energy is relatively undivided, and your focus can be laser sharp. That's why successful entrepreneurs make it a priority to claim this time for themselves before the world demands their attention. Reflection in the morning allows you to assess where you've been and where you want to go. It's a moment to review your progress, celebrate small wins, and learn from setbacks. Without reflection, you risk running on autopilot, repeating the same mistakes, or losing sight of your goals. The entrepreneur mindset values reflection because it fuels continuous improvement. When you make it a habit to check in with yourself each morning, you keep your vision clear and your motivation high. Planning is the next crucial step. Entrepreneurs use the quiet morning hours to map out their day with intention. This is where you decide what matters most. Prioritize your tasks and organize your time so you can focus on high-impact activities. Planning isn't about filling every minute, it's about making sure your efforts align with your goals. When you plan in the morning, you enter the day with purpose, reducing the chance of being reactive or distracted. This proactive approach to your schedule is a hallmark of the entrepreneurial spirit. Sharpening your skills during this time is equally important. Whether it's reading books, listening to podcasts, journaling your thoughts, or engaging in a creative activity, the morning is when you invest in yourself. Entrepreneurs know that growth is a daily practice, and they use these early hours to fuel their personal development. This consistent learning builds knowledge, confidence, and the mindset needed to tackle challenges. It's like sharpening the saw before using it. You prepare yourself to cut through obstacles more effectively. Claiming this early time also means protecting it fiercely. Entrepreneurs don't allow interruptions during this sacred period because they understand its value. They guard their mornings from distractions, saying no to emails, social media, and unnecessary meetings. This discipline ensures that the time is dedicated to activities that move the needle forward. The habit of protecting this time becomes a form of self-respect and leadership, showing that you value your goals enough to create space for them. Moreover, using the early morning for reflection, planning, and growth sets the tone for the entire day. It cultivates a mindset of intentionality and focus that carries through your actions. When you start with clarity and purpose, decision-making becomes easier, priorities become clearer, and your energy is aligned with your ambitions. This daily routine strengthens your entrepreneurial mindset, creating habits that drive success and resilience over time. The bottom line is this: the early morning is a powerful tool for entrepreneurs because it provides uninterrupted space to think, plan, and grow. Those who seize this time consistently build momentum that carries them toward their goals with greater confidence and effectiveness. Commitment to your goals means choosing progress over comfort every single day. It's easy to hit the snooze button, to stay in bed a little longer, to avoid the discipline of waking early. But that extra hour of sleep doesn't get you closer to your dreams. What gets you closer is the willingness to sacrifice short-term comfort for long-term gain. The wealthy and successful understand this principle deeply. They don't let comfort dictate their schedule because they know that comfort can become the enemy of growth. When you commit to your goals, you recognize that the journey isn't always going to be easy or convenient. There will be mornings when your bed feels warm and inviting, when the world outside seems quieter than your dreams inside. But commitment pushes you beyond those moments of weakness. It's what gets you up when motivation is low and the alarm feels like an enemy. It's the difference between someone who wishes for success and someone who works for it. Resisting the snooze button is symbolic of resisting the mindset of delay and avoidance. Every time you hit snooze, you're telling yourself that your goals can wait, that your growth is not urgent. But success doesn't wait. It rewards those who act with urgency, who honor their time, and who show up consistently, regardless of how they feel. Commitment means showing up even when you don't feel like it, because you understand that action breeds motivation, not the other way around. The entrepreneur mindset is built on this foundation of relentless commitment. Entrepreneurs don't just have goals, they have a purpose that drives them through discomfort. Their commitment is a promise they make to themselves, a declaration that their vision is worth more than temporary ease. This promise transforms how they approach their mornings, turning waking up early from a chore into an opportunity to edge closer to their dreams. Commitment also means planning for success by creating habits that support your goals. When you're committed, you don't rely on willpower alone. You build systems that make early rising easier. This might mean going to bed earlier, preparing your clothes the night before, or setting clear intentions for your morning routine. By removing friction and making discipline automatic, you honor your commitment with action that feels natural and sustainable. Moreover, commitment isn't a one-time decision, it's a daily choice. It requires renewing your focus each morning and reminding yourself why your goals matter. This daily recommitment keeps you aligned with your vision and strengthens your resolve when challenges arise. The consistent practice of getting up early and attacking your goals compounds over time, building momentum that carries you through tougher days. Finally, commitment fuels confidence and self-respect. When you consistently prioritize your goals over comfort, you prove to yourself that you are dependable and trustworthy. This builds a foundation of self-belief that empowers you to take on bigger challenges and pursue greater dreams. Commitment turns dreams into reality because it transforms good intentions into disciplined action day after day. So remember, the true power behind waking up early lies not just in the hour itself, but in the commitment that gets you out of bed. That commitment separates those who dream from those who do, and that's the entrepreneur's edge. Daily, consistent action is the engine that drives progress toward any meaningful goal. It's not the occasional burst of effort or the sporadic moments of motivation that create lasting success. It's the steady, relentless practice of showing up and doing the work every single day. When you commit to waking up early and crushing your goals consistently, you build a powerful momentum that carries you forward, even when motivation wanes or obstacles arise. Momentum is like a snowball rolling downhill. It starts small, but grows bigger with each turn. When you take daily action, you add energy to that snowball. Each morning that you rise early and focus on your priorities, you reinforce a habit that becomes easier and more natural over time. The act of consistency trains your mind to expect progress and your body to prepare for action. This momentum makes it harder to quit because you're not starting from zero every day. You're building on what you've already accomplished. Entrepreneurs understand this principle intuitively. They don't rely on inspiration alone because inspiration is fleeting. Instead, they build systems and routines that encourage consistency. This might include setting specific goals for each morning, creating checklists, or using accountability tools to stay on track. By embedding daily action into their routine, they make progress predictable and sustainable. Another key benefit of daily consistent action is that it builds confidence. When you prove to yourself day after day that you can follow through, you develop trust in your own abilities. This self-trust is crucial because it reduces doubt and hesitation, two of the biggest obstacles to success. Confidence gained through consistency empowers you to take on bigger challenges and pursue higher goals without fear. Daily action also allows for small adjustments in learning. No one gets everything perfect on the first try, but when you act consistently, you create opportunities to evaluate your approach and improve. Each day's effort becomes a data point, helping you refine your strategy and become more effective. This process of trial and error accelerates growth because you're continually moving forward rather than waiting for perfect conditions. Moreover, consistent action helps you overcome the common enemy of progress, procrastination. When you have a habit of starting your day early with purposeful action, you leave less room for delay. The routine itself becomes a shield against distraction because you've trained yourself to begin work promptly and with focus. This habit of overcoming inertia creates a rhythm that keeps you productive throughout the day. It's important to remember that consistency doesn't mean perfection. Some days will be harder than others. You might not achieve everything you planned, but the key is that you show up and do something toward your goal, even if it's small. This daily commitment compounds into extraordinary results over time. It's the little things done consistently that separate the average from the exceptional. So, by waking up early and committing to daily consistent action, you build unstoppable momentum. You develop confidence, sharpen your skills, and make steady progress toward crushing your goals. That is the essence of the entrepreneur mindset, knowing that success is a journey of small, purposeful steps taken every day. Waking up early isn't just about getting more hours in the day, it's about leading yourself with intention and purpose. When you rise before the world stirs, you create a powerful opportunity to practice self-leadership. This means taking charge of your thoughts, actions, and emotions before external circumstances try to dictate them. Early rising becomes a daily demonstration of your ability to lead yourself, and leadership of self is the foundation of leadership in all areas of life. Self-leadership starts with discipline, the decision to get up even when it's uncomfortable, to choose focus over distraction, and to take responsibility for your progress. This kind of leadership is not dependent on others. It's an internal commitment. When you consistently wake up early, you reinforce the belief that you are in control of your life and your future. You build confidence that you can follow through on your plans, and that confidence becomes a core part of your identity. Entrepreneurs embody this mindset because they know that leadership isn't about titles or positions, it's about influence and example. The first person you must influence is yourself. When you lead yourself well, you set a standard for how you approach challenges, relationships, and opportunities. You become someone who doesn't wait for permission or motivation. You act because you know it's necessary. This kind of self-leadership attracts others and opens doors in ways that external circumstances alone never could. Confidence grows naturally out of consistent self-leadership. Every time you rise early and tackle your priorities, you prove to yourself that you are dependable. This builds trust in your own capabilities and resilience. When you trust yourself, fear diminishes and boldness takes its place. You become willing to take risks, try new things, and push beyond your comfort zone. That's the entrepreneur mindset in action, moving forward with courage because you believe in your own capacity to handle whatever comes your way. Furthermore, leading yourself through early rising sets a tone of intentionality that permeates the rest of your day. It teaches you to prioritize what matters, to manage your energy wisely, and to act with purpose. This intentional approach reduces wasted time and energy, increasing your overall effectiveness. When you carry this mindset into your work and relationships, you create momentum that leads to bigger results and deeper fulfillment. The habit of waking early also cultivates patience and persistence. Leadership of self isn't built overnight. It requires daily practice and commitment. Some mornings will be harder than others, but the consistent act of showing up builds a resilient character. Over time, this resilience becomes a key differentiator between those who succeed and those who give up. The entrepreneur mindset thrives on this persistence because it understands that success is a marathon, not a sprint. In essence, waking up early is a metaphor for how you lead your life. It reflects your willingness to take responsibility, embrace discipline, and move forward with confidence. When you master the leadership of yourself, you unlock the ability to lead others and shape your destiny. This mindset, rooted in self-leadership, confidence, and intentionality, is the cornerstone of entrepreneurial success and a fulfilled life. When you decide to wake up early and take command of your day, you're making a statement that you are the leader of your own life. It's not just about the hours gained, but about the mindset forged, discipline, consistency, commitment, and confidence, all born in those quiet morning moments. This entrepreneurial mindset, built on self-leadership, turns ordinary days into powerful steps toward extraordinary success. Remember, the best leaders start by leading themselves, and every morning you rise early, you strengthen that leadership. So keep showing up, keep leading, and watch how your goals bow to your unwavering dedication.